Warm welcome to the 55th International Film Festival of India. I am Nayan, and we are pleased to have with us cast and crew of two films, a Korean film, Last Horse or Lost Horse, and a Panamanian film, They Call Me the Panzer, and Hungarian film, Lesson Learned. One guest will join us later on. I welcome you on behalf of whole IFFI team. I wish to let you know that this press conference is being live streamed, so film lovers and other media personnel can also view this remotely. We have among us director of Lost Horse, Kyu Hon John, and director of The Lesson Learned, Balint Simler. Please give them a big round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll start with the synopsis of the film Lost Horse, and then we'll play the trailer. First, the synopsis. The 20 horses that the old man Kim cared for all his life have suddenly disappeared from his pasture on Jeju Island. Kim looks for them for more than a month, but to no avail. One day, he hears that illegal immigrants are secretly butchering stolen horses and livestock in the forest to sell their meat. Kim puts together a crackdown squad to raid the forest. Now, we'll look at the trailer of the film. Trailer, please. Lights off. Thank you. The next film is Lesson Learned. It's a Hungarian film. The synopsis of the film is young teacher Yutsi attempts to challenge the outdated methods in her school, while new student Palko, recently relocated from abroad, struggles to adapt to the demanding educational system. These personal stories offer insight into an aggressive or oppressive system reflecting the broader Hungarian society. We'll look at the trailer now. Thank you. Goan John and Balit Simler, I welcome you once again. And now I'll invite you both for your opening remarks about the film. First, Goan John.
제 영화는 그 로스트 홀스는 그 어느 날 그 노인의 목장에서 그 말들이 예.
Our other guest, Rodrigo Quintero Arauz, director of the film They Call Me the Panzer, is also here. On behalf of whole IFFI team, I welcome you, Rodrigo.
Thank you.
We can play the trailer of the film They Call Me the Panzer first, and then we'll go to the questions. Lights off. Thank you. Apologies to interrupt you in between Goan John. Please, your opening remarks about the film.
어디까지 했지? 그 노인이 그 제주에 사는 노인이 그 목장에서 자신의 말들을 어느 날 갑자기 일어났는데 자신의 말들이 없어져서 찾으러 다니는 과정 속에 여러 인물들이 겹쳐지는 그런 이야기입니다.
My movie Lost Horse is about an old man from Jeju-do who loved and cared for his 20 horses, suddenly disappeared one day from his ranch, and so he sets out on a journey to search for his beloved horses, during which different various characters' lives get involved in complex ways. So it's a movie about that.
Thank you. Now, Balin Simler.
Yes. Well, basically, the idea behind the movie was it came from several perspectives. One of them was that I also moved home from the U.S. when I was 9 years old, and I experienced jumping into an educational system which was very different than what I experienced before. So that kind of got stuck with me. And the other reason was that the political system in Hungary right now is sort of oppressing, and I was looking for the reasons and where that comes from, that we can't stand up and do something about that. As a society, we just get used to these oppressing rules, and there's nobody who would stand up. And if that's what we learn in school, how to be quiet, how to behave, how to abide the rules, then that's what we're going to do later on in life as well. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Rodrigo, opening remarks about your film.
Well, They Call Me the Panzer is a movie about Rommel, who was a real person that died in 1993 in a car accident, and we make this movie inspired in his story, and we focus on how he managed to deal with his family responsibilities and how his mother have this thought about him and what she wants for him. This movie is made in the it's a how you say historic movie because it's the end of the 80s, and it's focused on the moment when he decides to leave his family and become like a big player in Spain, in Tenerife. So it's a movie about dreams and about family love. And well, I'm attached to it because I really like this theme about what we have to sacrifice to make our dreams possible. So yeah, it's a movie about dreams too.
Thank you. Thank you, Rodrigo. As he told, the film is on the life of Romel Fernandez, a legendary football player in Panama, right? And he's called Big Headed, and the story is of from Big Headed to becoming a Panzer of the football and for the everyone, right?
Yes, yes. And there's a lot of people in the movie, actors and the person who train or actor to get to know how to play football and to get his body made for the football style that Rommel used to play. And there's a lot of people that met Rommel in real life that is part of the movie. Also, the trainer in the movie that is called Cocolizo, he was like a really close friend of real life Rommel. So it was really beautiful to have these people that met him. Even his sisters were part of the production team. So they all gave us like this approval, I think, and details about how this family was living in those days. And I'm very happy because her real life sister, whose name was Jacqueline, she told us all the secrets about that home and in that specific moment. And that's what we used to inspire us to tell everyone, because in Panama, there's a lot of heroes that are not recognized. And this is a movie about, like a normal Panamanian family, and also he's a hero for all the football players in Panama.
Thank you, Rodrigo. A question for Q Hon John. Can you let us know about the actors of the film, about the music of the film, something?
제 영화는 그 기본적으로 그 영화 속에서 음악을 많이 사용을 안 하는데 뭐라 그럴까, 그 배우의 연기를 어쩔 때는 음악이 그 배우의 감정을 그 무너뜨릴 수가 있어가지고 잘 그 음악을 사용을 안 하는 편인데, 최소한의 음악을 써서 그 영화의 어떤 뭐랄까, 그 영화가 갖고 있는 감정을 해치지 않는 선에서 음악을 주로 씁니다. 근데 저의 영화, 어떤 영화는 단 하나의 음악을 안 들어간 작품도 있습니다. 잘 안 쓴다고 음악을.
My movie did not use a lot of music because I wanted to focus more on the actors acting and the story. So, and sometimes the emotions involved or acted out by the actors can be shadowed by the music. So so I decided not to use a lot of music in the movie.
Thank you. Balin Simler. Usually films in Hungary are funded by the government, but this film was not funded. Can you let us know the story behind it?
Yes. So the European system and Hungary as well works in a way that the film industry cannot be based on the market because there's not enough people to watch the film. So it's a cultural funding thing, and so you get culture funding for your film if you apply. Usually that works in a way that they actually decide regarding the film if it's good or not. But this is very much influenced by the political system now in Hungary. So we're making propaganda films and huge national hero films now, and most of the filmmakers don't get money for their films, and so I decided not even to try to get money from this system anymore. I didn't want to legitimize the system by applying. And so basically this film came together with the help of a lot of filmmakers who worked for free or a very small amount of money in the movie. We have 19 producers of the film, which is a great amount. And everybody sort of joined in. There's a lot of filmmakers in Hungary that don't have the opportunity to shoot films or take part in a film like this, and they don't want to take part in the propaganda films. So in this sense, we kind of stuck together, and solidarity happened in this film, and it was like a very, very great experience. Yeah.
Thank you. With this, I will open the floor for the questions.
Walid sir, I watched your film. It was fantastic. And I understand the funding problem also, because it was basically a critique of the states, the way the state actually does it. And it's a universal thing. It's not just in Hungary. I mean, even in several parts of our own country, we face that kind of a thing. And the way you have actually multi-layered aspects of the thing, from the boy, the teacher, and the system itself. The state, with how it deals with the issue at hand. It's been very well dealt with. I was wondering why. I felt it was a little negative when she leaves away. Maybe that could have done in a little positive way, I felt. That's it. Otherwise, we have seen several films on this educational line coming in recent times, which is really hard critic of the state and the system itself. In that sense, it's very good. This particular part. Otherwise, I understand the boys' dilemma and other thing. So in that way, it was very good.
Thank you so much.
Good morning.
Reflect 1 second. Yeah. So there's two things. One was that we didn't. It was never. So this film really came out of the circumstances. This film was something that was so sudden, and we made it. The whole process was 1 year long. So I wrote the script. From starting to write the script to shooting, we had like four less than 5 months, and then the whole post-production process was another 8 months. And so it was never really my intention to talk to. It was never really something that was about me, in a sense. It was never really something that I want to show it myself as a director. This is how I think. This is how I work. This is what I do. It was never something that I wanted to be original in that sense. It just I felt like I had to say something. I felt I had to do something, and I felt like I have to make a film. And so because of my experience when I moved home from the U.S. and that the issues with the educational system that I see, it was very important for me. That's how it sort of happened to be in an educational, in a school, based in a school. The other part, the second part, for me, it was right now. It doesn't have a positive ending yet in Hungary either. But it's also, for me, the whole film was sort of a mirror thing. So we wanted to show the people how they react and how we react to situations like this. And so it always had this approach to sort of rub it in and show the people how bad it is. And in that sense, I wanted it to stick with the viewer, so they don't have the opportunity just just to wipe it off themselves and go out of the cinema feeling okay with themselves. So I really wanted them to leave. We talked a lot about what feeling you would have or you should have when you walk out of the cinema. And it was always something that you have to like carry the weight of the film and continue in real life and try to find solutions in the life. So the film's not going to have solutions for you.
Yeah, I understand, because not only your film, most of the films that have tackled with this issue are in the way that you have left it.
Mhm.
In that sense, and also it's a very good thing that you are allowing the audience to actually be reflective on what is happening around them, and then as a takeaway. Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Good morning. Thanks for this wonderful session. My question to Mr. Goan. I'm happy to say I'm from a city of mini Korea of India. I'm from Chennai. There are 20,000 Koreans are living. From Hyundai to more 400 companies are originating from Chennai. My question, we love to see lots of Korean movies. All are fun, loving, and humorous and comic. But your film, starting from 8/12, you are handling the complexity of injustice in Korea. What makes to choose such a kind of themes?
물론 지금 이 현상이 전 세계적인 현상인 것 같지만은 한국에도 그러니까 상업 영화, 포퓰러 무비가 있고 그렇지 않은 이제 아트 무비가 있는데 아트 무비, 독립 영화, 그러니까 인디펜던트 무비 이렇게 있는데 제작 환경이 굉장히 안 좋아요. 특히나 아트 무비는 제작 환경이 굉장히 안 좋고.
My movie is an independent movie, and the production process is quite difficult.
그리고 한국에서도 지금 K 드라마나 K 무비, K 컬처가 굉장히 유행하지만 전 세계적으로 한국 내에서는 영화가 거의 지금 안 되는 그 추세예요. 지금 한국 내에서도 영화가. 그리고 물론 드라마도 몇몇 드라마 외에는 그 흥행이 거의 안 되고 있어요. 한국 영화도 마찬가지고, 상업 영화도 마찬가지고.
So, as we all know, that K-drama is very famous worldwide, but in Korea, the movies are not that great.
예술 영화는 더 안 되겠죠. 더 힘들고 그다음에 예산
Art movies are more difficult and more complex.
네.
So,
이게 다 넷플릭스 때문이에요.
this is all because of Netflix.
그래서 이게 이런 현상이 전 세계적인 건 같겠지만 어찌됐든 그럼에도 불구하고 저도 마찬가지로 옆에 있는 헝가리 감독처럼 뭐라 그럴까 자체 내에서 우리 PD님이 프로듀서님이 예산을 만들어 오는데 굉장히 힘이 많이 듭니다. 근데 주로 저는 이제 정부 예산을 받아서 정부에서 지원하는 예산을 받아서 영화를 찍고 있는데 저는 이제 운이 좋아서 그래도 그나마 좀 이렇게 좀 팔아보기도 하고 예를 들어서 해외에 팔아보기도 하고 초청받아서 상도 좀 받아보기도 해서 또 그런 거 갖고 또 다시 영화를 만들고 그러는데 한국에서 아트 무비는 어찌됐든 굉장히 힘든 상황이에요. 굉장히. 근데 다행히 저는 운이 굉장히 좋아서 계속 만들고는 있는데 저 역시 계속 아주 힘든 영화를 만드는 데 있어서 굉장히 힘들어요. 마찬가지로 그 저뿐만 아니라 뭐 홍상수, 김기덕 감독, 뭐 한국에서는 거의 장사가 손님이 안 된다고 보면 돼요. 예.
Um, so, uh, um, so I am very lucky to have good producers' support by my side, and to be able to put out such an art movie, an independent movie, and be able to get invited to international festivals for world premieres such like IFFI. So, but in India, it is very in Korea, it is very, the situation for the recognition for independent movies is quite difficult.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Hello. A fact point, I would like to say congratulations, special, very, very big congratulations to you. You have guts to make a film. In India also, 20 people gathered, filmmakers, distributed equally money and made a film. So I'm very proud of you that you have taken a very good decision and made beautiful film. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
Panzer, the film from Panama, amazing. I saw yesterday. The movie is beautiful movie, and I just wanted to ask you how Rommel become Panzer, and secondly, your movie releasing in theatrical release worldwide, globally. That's
Well, thank you very much. For me, being here, it's kind of the Rommel's journey. When we began this movie, it was a movie. It could be like a Netflix kind of movie when we wrote it at the first time, but then we spent like 8 years making it possible, and it became a family movie. Rommel became the Panzer when he left Panama. He gained the respect of his neighborhood and his family, and then he leaves. And when he got to Tenerife, he won't be able to play football because there weren't any legal thing about outsiders who come to Spain to play football. So he had to repeat what he do in Panama, and he had to play in every amateur team in Tenerife for a year, trying to live a little bit there, far away from his mother, and then he got into the football club in Tenerife, and they were at the second division. So he started to play like this neighborhood style the soccer that he learned in Panama, and he started to do these head goals and play like really hard into the other team players. So they just call him the Panzer because he has this Erwin Rommel, who was a German military who leads this. It was like a ghost of tanks that comes into the war without telling anyone. So that was his style too. He just appears and do his head score, and he was called the Panzer because of this style of game. And theatrically in Panama, it's very, very hard to show the movies. Normally they spend like a week in the theaters, and as filmmakers we have to be like there fighting for more time for it to be seen. And also in Panama we are like 4 million in total in the whole country, so there's not a lot of filmmakers. We could be like less than 100. And being here is like it's like a dream, you know, because in Panama we don't have this kind of opportunities to show our movies. So we are looking forward to be able to be part of other festivals and show it around the world, and also do a screening in Tenerife in the day that Rommel died, which is 6th of May. So that's what we are looking for in the future. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Due to paucity of time, we cannot take further questions. I thank you, all our guests and media delegates, for their participation, and we wish you best luck for your films.